Been a while. 1 month since my last little episode of this. Feels different. Maybe it's because it's spring. It's a cold spring morning in Philly. Literally, my window is open. I am freezing. I need a pair of socks. I will say though, the past 2 weeks not been bad at all. When selling at my usual flea market that I sell at, and found some stuff, and made a nice little piece of change at that flea market. And apparently everyone's sick around here. Then again, we're all sick. And what? I went to the place that I usually go to find my inventory, as you would call it. Yesterday. And I found some stuff. So, but first we're gonna get to what I was able to acquire at stores. Basically pickups. I went to my local CEX. It's like a electronic CD, DVD game store. And what they have, like PS4, Xbox One, 360, PS3. For some reason they have original Xbox, GameCube. They have Wii and Wii U too, and strangely enough, PlayStation 2 games, and I'm a PS2 collector, so I'm always grabbing this stuff. A lot of the stuff was cheap. The only thing that I had a problem with it was a lot of them didn't have a manual. Matter of fact, the only one that did have a manual was this. This was $4. Budokai Tenkaichi, and that's not a bad deal. When I got home, I checked the disc. The disc was not in the best shape. I actually had a regular disc only, which was in better shape than the one they gave me, so I just swapped it out, and I'll try and get $3 for the disc that they gave me by itself. It's Dragon Ball Z. Why not, right? Plus, I needed that since I didn't have a case or manual for mine, or artwork and manual. And the rest of these don't have manuals, but they were cheap enough to the point where I was like, I'll get them. Fairly Odd Parents, the Shadow Showdown. This was 75 cents. I was like, sure, for 75 cents. If I don't like it, I'll throw it in my $3 box at the flea market. Because I got a box that's like $3, 2 for $5. And then I got another box that's like $5, 2 for $8. Just to move it quickly if I paid cheaply for it. Next is actually one I've been looking for. This is the last game in the series for the PS2 that I needed. The Legend of Spyro, The Eternal Night. I don't know why, but I feel this is very uncommon. I mean, came out in 2007, but it's on a multi-platform. This came out for PS2, DS, and the Wii. Yet, I never see this, ever. No manual. Hopefully I'll be able to track down maybe a case and manual one day. Not that the case ain't bad, but usually it's, no, you don't have a disc, but you just give me the case. And the other one, which was actually the most expensive of them all, no manual as well, but for $7, Contra Shattered Soldier. At my usual inventory flea market that I go to, someone had a copy of this, and they wanted, I think, $13.10 for it with the manual, but I mean, $7, I don't care. I'm not the biggest Contra fan. I'm more of a Metal Gear or a Metal Slug guy. I don't know why. I've been dying to play Metal Slug for like the longest time. And then I went to my local FYE just to see if they had any of the Power Ranger box sets, and they did. They had 2 of them I didn't have. One was $25, this one was $20. I decided just to go with this one. I actually went up on Amazon, and some of them are selling for $15 new. If you even go on the Shop Factory website, you get like a $5 discount on these. So I'm like, why didn't I just order these? Because this would have been $15 at Shop Factory, but I was there, I didn't know. But Power Rangers Time Force, the complete season. It's all 40 episodes for $20. That's like 50 cents an episode, in my opinion. And I will be watching this today. I haven't watched it yet. Alright, on to what I was able to pick up at the flea market. I'll go with last weekend's stuff for toy-wise. He's not really a toy guy, he's more of an art guy, but he's just been getting a lot of toys in lately, and I checked to see if there's anything I'm interested in. He had two things I was interested in. One of them is the Power Rangers Dino Charge Green Raptor. You can't find this in the store anymore because it's been out for like a year. I did not buy this for that long. Usually these things came with a battery that would insert into there. It didn't come with it, but it's in pretty nice shape to the point where its gimmick still works. And for $5, I'm not going to complain because I think Amazon-wise this is a $20 to $25 brand new. So for $5, I'm not going to complain. I don't really need the battery. I can get a battery pack that has the battery for that in it. And then, oddly enough, for $3, I got the RPM Speed Door. I say Speed Door, that's his Japanese name, but I had this, but mine's eyes were bad. This one, I believe, was like about ripped off that much. Plus a bonus, one that mine didn't have either. If I open it up a bit, there's a little slot in the back. Mine didn't have this piece. The engine sole for it, so that's good. Now all I need is the blue bus to have a faceplate on it, and I'll have a complete RPM Megazord. He said he had the bus. I'm hoping the face is still on it. If not, I'm going to be digging through a parts bin looking for a face that's about yay big. It's not going to be a fun day. That same day, I went out walking because I got those at the flea market I was selling at last week. Went out walking for a little bit and found a few NES games. One of them I already sold already. I sold Punch-Out for $10. I paid $3 a piece for these, so it's $9. So basically Punch-Out paid for the rest of these, plus I made $1. And the other two, I'm gonna resell these. I'm not that big of an NES collector. I'm a PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 guy. I buy NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo anything to recoup. Basically, so my PlayStation 2 collection is paid for itself. But the other ones are Double Dragon, and label's nice. Yes, that is my tag on there. And it's in very nice shape, actually. And then the other one is Double Dragon 2. A little bit more uncommon than Double Dragon, I must say. I've seen a lot of Double Dragons in my time, trying to sell back and forth. These I got from a buddy of mine. He resells as well, like a few rows over from me. And I believe in this. If you are a customer for a reseller and you come back and back and back and you spend money with him, you will get good deals from this guy. Or you will get good deals from resellers. And it's basically a return policy. I do it with my customers, and he does it with me, and I'm happy he does it with me. He was actually packing up, and he had 2 games I wanted. Another game I wasn't sure if I wanted yet. I had such a good day at my flea market that I said, you know what, I'm going to splurge a little. I got this lot for $30, and that's not a bad deal considering what's in here. This game actually needed to be resurfaced, and that's what I did at CEX. I got this resurfaced, and I looked for the PS2 stuff. The disc is now in pretty immaculate shape. I just had to replace the front CD cover because it was separating here along the line, but that's fine. But he charged me $15 for this one. Usually sells for about $25 to $30 complete, but now it's in immaculate shape. It's worth around that much. Monster Rancher 2. This is a game that's not leaving my collection. A lot of my games have left my collection, such as like Crash Bandicoot games and whatnot. I think this, Medieval 1 and 2, and all my big case games are not going to be leaving my collection anytime soon. And then the other games, all these have their manuals. They're all PlayStation 2 games. He charged me $5 a piece. 2 of these are pretty much worth it. Let's see, Batman Vengeance. Actually looked up a review on this, and apparently They got the voiceover cast from the animated series to do all the voiceover in this. So Mark Hamill's Joker is in this. Mr. Freeze is in it. Poison Ivy's another villain. Harley Quinn, and of course Batman. And I think you get to play as Robin and Batgirl. And if I remember, I don't think Nightwing is in this. It's in the Game Boy version. Odd, right? Also for $5 complete, Drakengard for the PS2. It's usually around the $10 to $13 range. So for $5 complete, not bad. And this one, I didn't know too much about this, and I still don't know too much about this because there's two cover variants for this. Star Ocean Till the End of Time, Greatest Hits Edition. Both discs are like in mint shape. The manual's in there for $5. I was not going to complain. Checked it out. Sells between $10 to $15. And I like RPGs, and apparently this is a turn-based style just from the artwork on the back, and I like my turn-based style RPGs. And now we are on to yesterday, Saturday. And I gotta say, it was odd. It was very odd. Because people had games. Some people I knew who sell games didn't have games. So I'm like, oh, this is a bad weekend to come. One of my local resellers over there, I think his name's Chris or something. I'm sorry if you're watching, but he had a bunch of GameCube games, but I know he's going to want a good amount for them. And there's a mind in my saying, I don't feel like making $5 a head on these games. Yes, it's $5 a head, but I don't feel like spending the money on this. So I just went around and tried to scrounge up what I wanted, right? Well, I got some stuff. Basically, he usually has games, but when I walk, he knows I look for games. And only on one occasion did he ever, like, wave me down, like, hey, I got games. It's like, just tell me you have games and I'll be around. It's like, and of course there was like two other, I want to say one's a collector, but they might be like me and they resell on the side. Because one of them guys grabbed Wild Arms, or not Wild Arms, 1,000 Arms, disc only, and I was just like, It's like in a little plastic thing. I don't know if it was a demo or not. If it was a demo, I've been like, okay. But I got these from my guy. He usually is cheap on games, but this weekend he wasn't. He had a Mario 3 for the NES for $20. And it sold. It sold, but it was like a little peeling at the top. And if I had Mario 3, I'm only going to have a $15 price tag on it. And even then, I'm going to say to whoever really wants it, like, how much better, would you do any better than this? And I'd tell them 12. Because Mario 3 is everywhere. I see more Mario 3s than I see Mario 2s. I see Mario 3 than I see more regular Mario, for God's sakes. But he had 3 boxed NES games on the table. Apparently he had 4 because one was crushed in a box, and I think it was Mock Rider. But for a complete in box, manual's in there, but I think it's missing like a little pamphlet for like the NES or something. Complete in box for $10, Battle of Olympus. Checked it out when I got back home. The box copies will sell between $23 and $33. So for $10, this is going to help recoup a little bit, and it's actually going to get this game that I got for free, because I paid $5 for this, no manual. I've been looking for this, and it's actually a pretty expensive game. This game usually will run you disc only, like $35 to $45. I mean, the disc is not in mint shape, but I can get it resurfaced and make it mint. But with no manual, I got Dot Hack GU Rebirth. I've been looking for this series. Now I have the first one of the Sign games, and I got the first in the GU series. And I asked them, is this the only one you have? Because there's Volume 1. There's a Volume 1, there's a Volume 2, and a 3. Oh yeah, might as well. This box is actually pretty sturdy. Both flaps. And the card's like mint. Manual, it's a little big, but it's cool. It's cool. And I mean, it's not in, let's say, the greatest of shapes. I mean, I'm not sure. I tried to get rid of it, but there was like a stain in the back, like right there. But I mean, if I can get like $20 for it, we'll see what happens, right? And then on my way from leaving, because I walk there, my mom or a parental parent or my sister gives me a ride home, because it's like a pretty long walk from where I am. I'll walk there, but I'll usually get a ride home. What is it? On my way to the car, because they already found a spot, and they were just waiting for me. Found 2 more NES games. This one could use a little work. There's purple crayon on this thing. I'm going to give it a little further wash, and hopefully it comes off, but it's one of the gold labels from... I don't know if that means anything. Game pack contains batteries. Is that what that means? Like, if it's a gold label, will it say batteries? Yeah. Doesn't say it. But, he wanted 4 for this, he wanted 12 for this. I said 15 for both, it's a buck off. I was like, alright. So I got Star Tropics on the NES. I'll try and recoup this after I cleaned it off a little bit. Mom was written on the front, and as you can see, you can't even tell. But this usually sells for about $7, so if I can clean up the back a little more, I'll try and get around there. Put like 10 on it and see where it goes. This one, label could be better, but I figured for $12, it's not bad. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. The only problem is it's like right here at the end label. I mean, you can still see that it's Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. It's just like at the top. And shockingly enough, Mike Tyson's Punch-Outs have been selling for pretty high price, actually. They've been going around the 25 to 35 range, which is shocking to me. So, I mean, I'm going to put the 25 tag on this, and I mean, if someone offers me 20 to 18, they got it, because I made some money off of it, you know? So long as it's like, okay, I got my money back for both of these, which means this is like a major part of it, so. But that's it for this week's episode of Flea Market Finds, folks. What did you find out this weekend if you did go? Shocking. Because it is cold today. I am not going anywhere. I need to shut my window. But hey, I'll see you guys around.